Hi guys. So it's my 5 month anniversary. Actually, as of yesterday, I wasn't feeling too well yesterday, so I didn't do this video. But 5 months and part of a day, anyway. Hooray! Just gonna tell you how I'm doing and what I've noticed in 5 months' time. Now, I was originally on Xanax. I was only on about point five. I don't even remember now. 0.25. It was a really low dose. And I was taking that once a day and ended up, I went in through, I was getting intermittent withdrawals from it. So I started taking it twice a day. It was 0.25, twice a day. And that went on for a few months until I found a psychiatrist who gave me the confidence to transfer to Klonopin, which that was just pure hell. And I just needed to get off as soon as possible. So uh, he just pretty much ripped me off of it. I didn't know any better. I knew nothing. I did some research, but just not enough. I was so scared. Anyway, so I was only on Klonopin for about 2 weeks. So altogether, I was on benzos for 3 months. And it was insane the withdrawal I was going through in such a short amount of time. I mean, the first week I was on benzos, it was like a miracle. It was amazing how quick it changed. But anyway, so my taper was only about 2 weeks, so it was pretty much cold turkey. Cold turkey from 3 months. A lot of people wouldn't think it was a big deal, but guess again, 5 months later, I'm still suffering. I'm not driving, but it's definitely going to be different for different people. Like me, I'm suffering a lot of PTSD from it, so I'm more or less scared to go farther out. I think in reality I would probably be fine, but I'm scared to go out. I'm just now, as of last month, starting to get out a little bit, unless I'm going through a wave, which I am kind of right now. I put myself in a just my blood sugar went pretty low, so I had some hot chocolate, and it literally threw me into a horrible wave. Bad news. I can do some sugar, but apparently I had too much sugar, and it blew me apart. That was a couple days ago, and I'm just now getting a little better. But anyway, from now, I mean, I'm getting better. As of about 1 month ago, I finally could say I am getting better. It is almost impossible to tell that you're getting better in benzo withdrawal. It's almost impossible. Because you're so sick and you don't know what bothers you and what bothers you and what doesn't, food wise and everything. Like now, I start to feel a little better. I know when food really bothers me. And I'll tell you, from somebody who used to kind of eat, I always ate kind of healthy, but I always, once a week I would kind of eat like crap. I can't do that stuff anymore. It's going to be a long time before I can go out and have a hot dog or anything like that. But that's okay. I do my best with eating as well as I can. So the buzzing in my body, everybody knows that one. It's better. It's still there, but certainly not like normal. When I go through waves, it gets really bad. It feels like I'm in massive acute withdrawal again. But it certainly doesn't last. I mean, being that bad, it'll last maybe 12 hours, 24 hours. And I get really scared that it's going to last a long time, but then it fades out pretty quick. I mean, other issues, like my wave this time, the dizziness came back really strong, some pressure in my head, buzzing in my body. The derealization gets pretty bad. Let's see. neuropathy. My feet and hands really tingle a lot. My main thing a few weeks ago, I was getting a lot of burning throughout my body. The pins and needles in my head that were burning, that's fading out a little bit. All this stuff is still there that I had, but it's so much less. Now I'm starting to go out to the store. This is for the people that just don't go out. I mean, a lot of people that, my worst symptom is mental. My worst is the mental stuff and the anxiety. But my anxiety is getting better now. And if my head's really screwed up and the anxiety is not present, I can tolerate it. But depersonalization and stuff like that just kicks up the anxiety because it's so freaking freaky. So weird. And you never know when it's going to fully hit hard. It just hits hard out of nowhere. You'll slowly get things that go up and down, and then every once in a while something will kick in really hard. Or it'll kick away really hard. I mean, you get both. It's so weird. No. I mean, I'm better. It sucks that I'm not driving a lot. I mean, I will drive to the post office, which is about down the street. I will drive to the grocery store, but that doesn't really count because it's across the street from me. But, I'm still trying to get in the car and make baby steps to gain confidence. And that's what I think everybody should do. It's really about gaining confidence and getting back. I see some people that'll be like they're feeling better and they'll be out at a shopping mall or something, and it's like, well, they didn't obviously have the anxiety issues, because there's no way. If I did that, I would freak out. I have to take steps, and that's why I say PTSD, because it was completely, and still is, but I like to try to use past tense. One of the most horrific things I've ever gone through. Although it still is, I'm starting to look forward a little bit now, which has been about 5 months. I mean, it's only been a few weeks now that I can finally say I know I'm starting to do better, and I'm starting to look forward. Now, later on today might be a completely different story, but this is the way it's been. As everybody says, and you never believe it, things do get better. And remember, I was only in benzos for 3 months. I mean, you might have been on it for years. Anything can happen. You might be way better in 2 months. It's so different for everybody. I mean, look at me, 3 months on benzos, a really low dose. Mind you, my psychiatrist called it a baby dose, which rings in my head to this day because nothing from Xanax or Klonopin is baby anything. And that's what I try to remind people. You can be on the lowest dose of Xanax, and it's so strong in comparison. I mean, compare that to how much Valium that would be. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Things are better. I'm getting more stuff done. I can't say much for the last few days because I've been in a wave, but as I start to get better and gain my confidence back again to get out, I can start going to the store again and, doing that kind of stuff. I appreciate everybody watching my videos, and I hope my timelines of doing these videos help. I mainly just do videos talking about my days and stuff, and I don't mark them as benzo, because I like them to be personal too, not just about benzo stuff, even though it really is. It's just about my life and what I'm doing and how I'm coping. But this is my 5-month mark. And I remember when I was a week or two out, I thought that was so long. I'm like, I don't know how I did that. And now here I am 5 months. And I'm watching my other friends who are dealing with the same thing. And every time I'm a month ahead, I know they're a month ahead farther. It's insane awesome. So, and I see everybody else getting slowly better too, and it's amazing what these pharmaceuticals do. And we're able to heal, and I don't take anything. The only thing that helps me once in a while is L-theanine, and that somewhat helps for my nerves. Not a lot, but a little bit. It could be mental. I mean, it might not help at all, but I feel like it does. So I take it once in a while. I try not to make a big deal about anything. You know, it's like even to cuts and stuff. I don't put stuff all over it, and I just let my body do what it's meant to do. And I never was like that before. You know, I always make sure to take antibiotics, even when I didn't thoroughly need them. Now it's like if I get sick, which I might be now, getting, regular sick, you have to really overthink what you're going to do about it. It's like, well, you take antibiotics, you can't take a certain kind. You can take this kind, but if you take cold medicine, you got to make sure it has no alcohol. There's so many rules with this. I mean, life is hard enough. It's amazing what we have to go through. But anyway, that's what's going on. 5 months is decent. Still sucks ass, and I can't wait for 5 months from now, you know. But that's getting better, little by little, day by day. I hope you're doing the same. It's like, yeah, you can't really tell what windows are and what, you can tell the waves, but you can't really tell the windows. I mean, windows doesn't mean that all your symptoms are going to go away. It doesn't work that way. But when you feel a lot better one day, that's a little window. You got to appreciate them the best you can. I know I do. I go out and take a walk and it'll be 10 degrees outside. And, I don't feel very good today, but guess who's going to go for a little walk to, his apartment office, get his mail and stuff like that? This guy. It ain't going to be easy, and I'm going to be dizzy, and things are going to be moving and weird, You know how it all is. It sucks. But that's what's going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. If I can, I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to overdo it. That's another thing. Don't overdo it. In my first few months, I was trying to exercise and everything. I nearly killed myself. People said, your body will tell you. And you know what? I do what my body tells me to do. I mean, I can't exactly go for my mental symptoms because if I went by that, I would never do anything. But I go by what my body asks, I wear a heart rate monitor because the first 3 months, 4 months, my heart was really fast. And it still is, but it's less. But I watch it. If I start to go walking, my heart rate's really fast and it won't go down, I'll go back in. I'm not going to push it. 5-month mark, guys. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. I mean, I can't even believe I'm filming this video. I mean, 2 nights ago, I thought I was going to die again. I thought that was it. Here I am, filming the video, and it keeps happening. And as people told me from day one, you'll get windows, you'll get waves. You'll want to die, and then you'll be alive. And then, in time, the windows will get longer, and the waves will get shorter. Hey, I mean, so far, I'm right on track with what everybody's saying, although it's taken a long time for a guy who's only on benzos at a low dose for 3 months. I was hoping to be one of the lucky ones. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm getting better. Anyway, you guys take care, and we'll talk throughout the month, and I'll get back to you on 6 months later on.